The Korean entertainment industry is back. In an unexpected moment that happened on this day, Kim Seokjin, or better known as BTS's Jin, appeared in public and said a sentence that immediately triggered an emotional wave from his loyal fans, ARMY. This short but meaningful sentence instantly made millions of people speechless, even crying. The question is now, what really happened? What was the content of the sentence, and why was the public reaction so great? The appearance of the genie in the midst of such a tight secrecy caused speculation since the morning. There was no official notification from HYB labels. There were no scheduled live broadcasts. Not even local media received leaked information from the agency's internals. But when Jin suddenly appeared in public at a special internal event called HYB Humanitarian Talk, which was not broadcast live, the reaction from eyewitnesses immediately spread widely through social media and online forums ARMY Global. According to several internal sources present at the event, Jin only stood for less than 5 minutes. But during that short time, he delivered a piece of very touching statement. The sentence, which was confirmed by several participants and even HYB's own staff, was, "I may have been silent for quite a while, but this heart is still yours. Never feel alone." This sentence, although simple, carries a very strong emotional resonance. Because Jin has been known as a figure who rarely reveals the contents of the heart openly, especially since he completed his mandatory military service. Many fans felt a loss of Jin's physical presence and voice in the group's various activities. When he appeared and made a statement with a serious expression, teary eyes, and a trembling voice, the entire room instantly fell silent, and some of the staff reportedly shed tears. "It didn't take long." Jin's sentence quote immediately became a trending topic on various digital platforms. Twitter, Weverse, and TikTok were flooded with amateur videos from fans who were present and had time to record the moment. The hashtag #JinWeAreNotAlone went viral even though it was not officially used. Armies around the world began to express their support for Jin, calling it proof that the relationship between idols and fans goes far beyond just the relationship between artist and audience. Jin's sudden presence also raises many question marks as to the real reason behind this moment. Is this a signal of Jin's return to official BTS activities? Or is this just a form of Jin's personal appreciation for the loyal fans who waited for him during the vacuum? HYB itself has not released an official statement until this news is revealed, but for sure, the reaction from the internal circles of the entertainment industry is no less great. Several producers, senior celebrities, and former BTS collaborators such as Halsey and Chris Martin also shared their comments on Jin's appearance. In a short post on his Instagram story, Chris Martin wrote, "True hearts never disappear. Respect, Jin." Jin's statement was also seen as a response to various public speculations about BTS's internal condition after the past few months were decorated with issues of differences in views on the direction of the group, individual pressure, and HYB's role in organizing comeback strategies. With the emergence of Jin, the public again paid attention to the emotional and psychological side of BTS members, especially those who had just completed military service. Sociologist of Korean pop culture from Seoul University, Professor Kong Min-woo, states that this phenomenon of Jin's appearance has more significance than just an emotional moment. This is a very rare form of emotional communication in the Korean entertainment scene. Jin took advantage of his short time to re-establish a personal connection with the public. In the midst of the rapid dominance of digital content, sincere sentences are able to create a much broader impact, he said. Not only the ARMY, media observers also began to analyze the potential strategy behind this emergence. Could it be that HYB is preparing Jin's comeback as a soloist or even BTS's return as a group? Analysts say the timing of this emergence is strategic amid the uncertainty surrounding the post-pandemic K-pop world and changes in Korean military regulations. But behind all the speculation, one thing is certain, is that Jin's emotional strength has never faded. In a world of entertainment that is often considered cold and full of strategy, the emergence of Jin as a touching and authentic person becomes an oasis that is sorely missed by the public. His line not only touched the hearts of fans, but also served as a reminder that sincerity still has a place in this competitive industry. Now, all eyes are on Jin's next move. Will he be back in public regularly? Is his statement the beginning of a new project? Will HYB announce an official schedule in the near future? The answers to those questions remain a mystery. But one thing is undeniable. Today, BTS's Jin has rocked the world in the simplest, yet deepest way. And for ARMY, the phrase wasn't just a greeting, it was a sincere form of love, recognition, and a promise that they were never alone. As one fan expressed in the comments, in a noisy and stressful world, Jin only needs one sentence to make us feel meaningful. In conclusion, today's events prove that BTS's Jin is not only an idol, but also a figure who has tremendous emotional power to touch millions of hearts. The world is waiting, and the genie has opened that door with a phrase that will never be forgotten. And when night falls, the whole world feels calmer because one gentle voice of a genie has calmed the storm in thousands of hearts. Who knows what will happen tomorrow? One thing is certain. Today, the genie has made history, not with concerts, not with songs, but with irreplaceable love and sincerity. Not a few ARMY are now starting to speculate that Jin's sentence could be the introduction to the release of his long-awaited new solo work. Some unofficial sources even mention that HYB has prepared a visual concept and music video for the song that will be the opening single of her second solo album, which is rumored to be titled The Light Within. Is this a sign that there will be a big announcement soon? On the other hand, some fans and observers suggested that the public should not rush to put pressure on Jin with new expectations. The genie has just returned, and we must give her time to breathe. His line today is not a promotion, but an expression of affection, wrote a senior fan from Japan on the Weverse forum. Despite all the interpretations, this day has become an emotional historical record in the course of Jin and BTS's career. It reminds us all that a true artist doesn't need to say much to make an impression. Just one sentence, one tremor of the heart, and the world will be silent to hear it. Welcome back, Jin. The world has missed you. And ARMY, as you say, will never feel alone again. But in the midst of today's tumultuous mood and flood of emotions, a profound question arises that deserves to be asked honestly and critically. Is all this real? Or are we being trapped in a deliberate narrative construction? In an era of media full of hype, virality, and manipulation of perception, it is important that we refrain from the desire to immediately believe everything that rushes along the timeline. Let's go deeper. There is no official documentation from HYB that shows the moment of Jin's appearance live. No major media releases are granted exclusive access. Only fragments of video from cell phone cameras, eyewitness testimony, and voice recordings remain in circulation that cannot be confirmed for authenticity. So, is all that enough to conclude that Jin really conveyed the statement? Or could this be narrative orchestration, a communication strategy designed to evoke emotion and reinforce fan loyalty? We should not turn a blind eye to the fact that the South Korean entertainment industry has developed into a highly organized system where every movement of artists could well be part of complex managerial calculations. Even seemingly unexpected moments can be prepared in detail in advance. Then, is there a possibility that this genie's emotional moment is part of a larger comeback strategy? This question is not meant to cast doubt on the sincerity of Jin as individuals. He is a figure who, from the beginning, was known to be humble and full of empathy for his fans. However, we need to consider that in a large entertainment corporate environment like HYB, there is no room for disorder. Everything, including the most personal moments, is often packaged into a product that can be monetized. If we reflect back on Jin's sentence, "I may have been silent for a long time, but this heart is still yours. Never feel alone." There is no denying that this is a very strong statement emotionally. However, why was this sentence delivered at a closed event and not officially disclosed by the company? Why is it allowed to spread through unofficial media? Is this a show of authenticity? Or is it a ploy to create more buzz through the organic excitement of fans? The public must be a critical audience.